Christmas will never be the same.
Twerk the center, twerk the center, twerk the center, and his little elf crew. Twerk the center, twerk the center, twerk the center, and his reindeer too. Twerk the center, twerk the center, twerk the center. You know what to do. Twerk the center, twerk the center, twerk the center. Just twerk the center.
Twerking is the sin, I gotta twerk it like this.
Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. He was like, ah! Welcome to Vlogmas Day 1, baby girl. I hope you and your man are set.
Yeah.
Because I have quite a few videos that I just want to drop, and get out of my face. I'm tired of having a whole hard drive full of footage. I need to get it off there. So I'm going to just do Vlogmas to just challenge myself to get it all out there. So in this video though, you're gonna get all the tea.
For real?
You're gonna get literally all the tea. Not the full tea because the tea is gonna continue to drip. Girl, it's still heating up. So I'm gonna give you all the tea in terms of what my Philly apartment was like. I don't think I even really show you I think I show you the apartment. But you're gonna understand by the end of this video the amount of stress and strife that apartment put me through. I was there for 3 months, and we'll continue to talk about this. I'm gonna pop in and out just to give a little bit more context. So the last video that y'all saw was me packing up my entire apartment, putting my stuff on a truck. And there's a little bit of time that I didn't show you in my last video where I actually flew to Philly and I received all my stuff that I put on that truck. And then I actually flew back to Phoenix, and that's where I finished up like painting my apartment and all that stuff. And I said goodbye to my apartment. Oh, cute the hand of my hand, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So this video is actually what happened in Philadelphia as I received my stuff off that truck.
Okay.
Okay, let's just get into it, girl. There's a lot of tea, My bag ended up being overweight.
What's big?
As expected.
Besides my Chanel purse.
Not just overweight, but like the annoying like 1 pound overweight. You know, I packed both of the bags like to their maximum capacity. So one of the bags was like 1 pound overweight, which made the fee go from like something real simple to like, it was like $100 and something for that 1 pound.
Just one.
Do not play with me today. I said, sir, I'll take the 1 pound out. So now I have an extra heavy mic in my bag, but I'm here, girl, and I'm early. I'm just chilling.
Hanging out, surfing YouTube.
I have an hour and 30 minutes of sleep in me.
I think
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Well, of course, there's a festival happening right outside of my apartment complex.
What? Pardon me?
Y'all, I really chose like the noisiest apartment in Philly. I'm not gonna lie. The noisiest area too. I didn't mean to do that. But that's just how it happened. There's a literal, I'm not even kidding, DJs. Like a DJ will set up outside of my apartment. My literal apartment. Like right, and blast the music right into my apartment. It's, I truly think I'm on an episode of The Truman Show.
Cut the cameras.
I 100% believe that, as much as I believe that I'm not on that show.
Wait a minute.
Ooh, we got a cutie pie at 10 o'clock.
Who that in the bed? Who that in the bed?
That's the thing about this festival, that I can see all the girls, huh? Yeah, it's a festival happening right outside of my apartment, like tents, people.
So, if you want to come on down, come on down.
I want to go out, but I feel so gross and dirty, and I want to like shower. I just got off the plane. I'm not trying to go out straight into no festival. Girl, you crazy. Y'all crazy. My beard looking crazy. I'm hungry. This is what I want. A massage. A slow one that's gentle and then really gets in there.
Boom.
And then I want somebody to feed me a burger. A burger with no grease in there, but somehow it's still juicy. Yeah. I put a good tomato on there. And then I want to lay down in a hotel style plush.
Hold on.
It's black people here, like I'm so excited. But right now, can y'all wait till tomorrow? Like, girl, I look crazy right now. And then I wanna hand over every single responsibility I have for the next 10 years. Do it for me, thank you. I don't got no food in here, bro.
What are we about to eat it?
None. I have eggs that, I guess I could eat the eggs. It says used by today, so I could just eat those whole. Oh, one's broken. Oh, I remember. One broke and it was like leaking down my leg when I was coming back from the store. Leaking all down my leg.
What?
Oh, well, looky here. here? I got bread. I have chicken and burgers. A burger. A burger with no grease in there, but somehow it's still juicy. I can make a chicken egg burger. Huh? I can make a burger egg chicken. I can make a burger. So then my friend Osha came. Y'all know Osha if you've been watching my second YouTube channel. Every time I do some vlog about Arizona, she's always in it because she always was visiting me in Arizona, and we did a bunch of outdoor stuff. So go ahead and watch those videos if you want to see that. But she came here to help me unload all of my stuff off the truck and put it in my apartment because she saw that I was so stressed out. So she was like, let me be a good friend. And that's why I appreciate Osha so much, because one special thing about Osha is that she is very active when it comes to friendships. She wants to deepen connections with her friends, and she does what she can, what she has the capacity for, while also trying her best to look out for herself as well. Not like overindulging in nurturing those connections, because sometimes it's like you can be doing so much for other people that you forget like you have boundaries and you need to like slow down. Osha is great at balancing, or at least in my eyes, at balancing like doing stuff for other people, but also expressing her boundaries and being like, okay, I can't do that. I can't really help you there, but I can help you here because that's what my capacity is. So she, in her capacity, came to Philadelphia to help me. And we noticed, I mean, I had noticed earlier, but then she also noticed this sound that was coming from one of my closets downstairs. So the apartment that I got is actually two-tiered. It's a bottom floor and a top floor, and then there's some stairs that go up. It's not necessarily a loft, it's just kind of more like a condo-ish. The first floor is street level. The bottom floor is literally a basement, okay? So we're in the basement in this closet. So just keep that in mind. This stuff is kind of coming from my apartment.
Yeah. That's all right.
Is it dripping? Is it something dripping? It's dripping.
What the?
Or is that just...
What the is going on in this neighborhood? We don't get down like
I
that.
think it is, but I
I
don't.
think a pipe is dripping or something. Unless the water is bubbling or something. That's gross. But it does look like it's coming from my apartment. So my apartment's up here. There's an incline, a slight one down. And then my neighbor's apartment is where it levels out. You can see the water coming from my apartment down there. But also you could hear it from outside. You could hear like that slushing noise from the outside. Girl, I didn't know who to call. Because there was no like emergency number or contact that I could call about this issue. I know there was a maintenance number, but it was Sunday and them hoes were not there. So I didn't know who to call, but we so happened to be coming back into my apartment, and there was a guy kind of wandering outside. He had a black shirt on that said some kind of something. It was like some tech service. And he was walking around. He was like, "Do you live here?" And you know, I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not saying I don't want none you buying." Scared to talk to him. But he was like, I'm with emergency maintenance or whatever, and we hear there's like a water situation, a water leak. And I was like, oh yeah, there is like a kind of thing downstairs, and I think it's coming from my apartment. He was like, well, I wasn't sitting here to come to your apartment. I was actually trying to get to the apartment next to you, because I was in 103. The person who called, I guess, was in 102, but they weren't answering their door. So he was like, can I just come into your apartment and get downstairs? Because I can let him downstairs and he can go to apartment 102. I was like, sure, because I also have an issue I would like you to see. So he went down and he actually checked out my apartment too.
Yeah, there's water coming down.
Right.
This is right exactly where it starts at.
No, we noticed. We've noticed.
Okay.
Yeah, and I stepped in that puddle a few times. So.
Yeah, so let me just cut this off.
So that cuts off water?
Just downstairs. It's like the pumps and stuff.
For down.
So you just use the bathroom and not the washer until tomorrow. And I have somebody come.
So I can't take a shower or anything?
You can take a shower upstairs.
There's no shower upstairs.
It's not my building, I'm sorry.
Ooh, this motherfucker playing with me.
I'm getting so sick of this place. every day is like another thing. Yeah. Washers, don't worry, there's no the voltage ain't right for the washers. Pump up. The doors don't open right. Like everything is like falling apart. I just moved in here.
Now I'm always gonna call when something go wrong on Sunday.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you have to turn off the water to.
Let me see what's that.
Because I'm pretty sure it's coming from here.
This is just the pumps like down.
I get it. I understand. I totally understand.
You said it's making noise?
It was making a weird noise. It sounds like a washing machine going
Over here.
here. Yeah, and it wasn't
It's
making
coming from this door.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, so this is the issue.
Do what you need to do. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of something going on.
Yeah, so,
Leak.
So if you continue to have problems, just talk to management and see what they can do to compensate you.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them because I
Yeah,
spent way too much money.
Too much money to have any having problems, right?
Yeah.
So just see what they can do to accommodate like your rent or something like that.
Right. So you work for
I work for another.
Scully is like part of
it's
this
a
whole
big
thing.
company, so I work for
like an
the
agency.
bridge. So when I'm on call, we take like 2 buildings. Everybody
Okay.
take 2 buildings. So
I see.
I'm here. I was here until they found a manager.
Yeah.
But it's like every time I'm here, it's always water leaks.
Water
I don't know
leaks.
why. Every time I get on call, it's always water leaks.
Right.
So I just they keep thinking it's 102, but
Yeah.
the water seems like it's streaming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's to me,
here.
it's here.
It's definitely coming. You can see it's like
Yeah.
coming from this
Yeah,
area.
so-
and it's not necessarily clear who to call, like at night when you discover that. So
Yeah, we always got 24-hour maintenance.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
always 24 hour. It's Friday to Friday, so it just might be different guys. That's not in this building.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Like, what the? Girl, I just want to make sure I'm documenting all this because, like, this has to be a sign or something. Like, I'm pretty sure these are signs like you can't stay here. I just know that if there's an issue right now in the summer with the pump, with the water pump, in the winter when the pipes are at risk for freezing and bursting and all that, like, it's gonna be an issue. That's gonna be such a headache for me. And then you go outside and there's like a literal leak coming from the wall. It's like kind of drying up.
it looks like they mopped it up.
Yeah, they mopped it up just now, but like it's literally coming from the wall outside. Like that's crazy. So there's definitely at least probably water damage happening.
Potential for mold,
all that stuff. So the maintenance guy that works there, was shout out to him because he was the only one in the end that I could look back on and go, he was actually doing stuff. Even though it still was a lot of motion and no real work from pretty much everybody, including the maintenance guy. He was doing his best, but he wasn't really fixing anything. But he was at least empathetic to the cause, and he was like, listen, I'm going to try my best, but I'm only doing what I can with what I got. But he had literally cut a hole in the wall. He cut a hole in the wall because he heard that like there was some kind of water gushing. He thought like, oh, there might be a pipe that burst or had come apart. He turned on the water pump and he heard the water like slushing out, and he turned it off. Because that's what that situation was. That closet was a water pump. Because my bottom floor has like 2 showers and 2 bathrooms, and it's in the basement. It's below ground level. It needs a water pump to shoot the water up, to pump the water up to the first floor to the main line, so it can join the rest of like sewage water. So that water pump was malfunctioning, and I think the water was like literally spilling out into the wall and outside into the hallway. So he was like, okay, I think I have to cut a hole in the wall. So he cut a hole in the wall. As soon as he opened the wall up, it was literally a pipe gushing water into the dang on drywall.
Oh.
And into on the wood and all that stuff.
God.
And you know what? I kept complaining before this about a smell. It was like, I was like, I guess this is technically a basement, but I don't think it should be smelling like this. It smelled like mildew, wet, moist basement down there. And when he opened that wall up, oh my God. Bro, it was like, close that hole, girl. Close that mouth.
You stink, Blade.
Close that mouth.
The reason why this keep going on is because of that big fat mouth.
Because that thing stink. It stinks. I'm sorry, you stink. Anyway, he did that, and then they fixed it up. Like, look at this. That's how it look. Like, they did all that to make it look like that. That's crazy. But at least, like, the pipe was not gushing water anymore. So, here's the situation. It's 3 a.m. And I'm here in an apartment complex that I have a lease at. And I can't, y'all. I'm done. I'm for real done. So it's 3 a.m., 5 hours. The truck is going to be here with my stuff. I don't have a parking permit for them to deliver my stuff to my apartment because the streets department wasn't open during the weekend, so they couldn't approve my parking permit application. You have to get that approved first by the streets department, and then you have to take it to a police department, and they'll print you out temporary no parking signs so that you can post it wherever you need to post it, and people can move their cars. There's a few issues with this because it's not foolproof. One, you have to apply for this thing. You have to pay for it, right? Their parking permit, you have to pay for it. I think that's what it comes down to why I'm so stressed. It's because I keep paying for stuff that may not work out. Like, now I'm like, my bank account is drained.
I got $73, so how y'all go trip on me?
Paying for stuff that just ain't really serving me. 8 a.m. is when the streets department, it's Monday, finally, it's past the weekend. The streets department opens at 8 a.m.
Right.
The truck is supposed to be here at 8 a.m. So what I'm gonna have to do is manage this truck that has all my stuff and say, hey, I don't have a parking permit for you because the streets department opens exactly when you got here. And I have to call them and they have to approve it, and then I have to go to the police department, and then they have to print out something, and they have to come over here and have to hope that people move their cars immediately, which is not going to be the case. Everybody's parked here. Like, you can look outside, there's no parking. And the only place to put a truck is in the middle of the road. And there's no like double lanes even for people to go around. It's just a single lane. So it's like not really going to work. Right now I'm like trying to prep for the worst case scenario, which is they haven't got nowhere to park. So how they going to drop off my stuff? They can't just park in the middle of the street. They're not going to do that. I have to, I think, rent, of course, storage space to put all my stuff in. God, these people wake up early as hell. It's 3 a.m. and the girls are going to the gym. That's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to rent a storage space, which would have a loading dock for them to just put all my stuff in storage. There's one close by-ish. So I would have to move all my stuff myself back into my apartment. However, some updates, some new developments is that the washer and dryer is not supplied with enough voltage to work in my apartment. So the leasing office gave me access to a 3rd floor unit that has a washer and dryer that does work. And it's been a month. Damn. So the lease that I signed, all this money that I paid for this place already, I don't even have a washer and dryer. And not only that, which is a big deal and a big inconvenience to have to go all the way upstairs when I paid already for a washer and dryer to be in the apartment. The second day that I was here, a DJ booth with 2 big loudspeakers pointed directly at my apartment just set up and started playing music. And then like 50 white people came to celebrate some opening of some store that's like next door. So that's separate from the festival, right? So there was a festival. The first night I was there. The second night was a grand opening of a thing. So another DJ set up right in front of my apartment, girl. The DJ was like in front of my apartment. I was confused. And so it was just like crazy because my apartment is like windows. It's just all windows, which is another issue because it doesn't filter sound that well. So imagine like a DJ setting up. You just got this apartment. When you looked at it, it was like quiet. And then second day you get there, it's a literal DJ, like the worst case scenario, like sitcom type of stuff happening, set up, and then 50 white people smoking cigarettes, girl, right in front of your apartment. And the weather seal on the door and the windows is not that great. So all the smoke flooded the apartment.
Now the smoke is starting to run through the whole party.
And it just smelled like straight smoke, like people were smoking cigarettes in your apartment. I couldn't believe it. I truly couldn't believe it. I was so shook. But I was like, this is the same situation this is the same kind of feeling that I felt when I moved into the apartment that I have now, but it was for completely different reasons. The apartment that I have now, apartment that I just left in Phoenix. My ex and I had the first day that we settled in, we had a huge argument. And it was fueled by the stress of moving. But a few days before, they like completely gaslit me out of my feelings right before we moved into an apartment together. So I had already signed this lease and then they plopped a big old red flag on me. And I'm like seriously doubting whether or not they actually care about me. And we had just come off of like an amazing summer. And then they just completely disregarded my feelings. And I told them that and they didn't care. They didn't care at all. In fact, I ended up apologizing to them. Anyway. Because I want to get into it. I'm already upset about 20 other things. It felt like I had just made a big decision and I committed to a thing only for it to kind of slap me in the face. Pow! And that's what happened here with the whole DJ setting up. And then as soon as I get in here, they're like, oh, also, your washer and dryer doesn't work after I sign the lease, after I hand over a check. What?
That doesn't make no sense.
What?
Huh?
it's just, and I'm there's so much going on at the same time. My mom is in the hospital. I'm dealing with all her finances, trying to figure out. I had just come back from figuring out all her finances in her apartment and paying all her bills, making sure her rent was paid, going to her leasing office, like checking on her in the hospital. That was a whole experience. Having this whole conversation with my sister, who we fell out a long time ago, but because my mom was in the hospital, we had to kind of talk to kind of handle some of her business. It was just too much, and I was just like, whatever. Okay, this is what I'm going to deal with, like a DJ and no washer and dryer. Okay, whatever. People smoking outside, whatever. I left to go back to Phoenix to pack up my apartment because I told the people in this apartment complex, the leasing office, that I didn't want to really move in until the next month. Because that was when my lease was ending. But they were like, oh, we can't hold an apartment that long. Like, if you want to rent it, you got to rent it now. So I'm like, okay. So I ended up paying double rent. I paid rent for not even living here. You know what I'm saying? So that like flushed, $3,000 out of my bank for no reason, only to have an apartment that I now don't even want to be in. I don't want to be here. It's kind of like bad vibes now, because when I got back, right after packing up my stuff, putting it all on a truck, breaking down so many times because I was packing by myself a 2-bedroom apartment. It was so stressful. Nobody was helping. Everybody was giving me kind words like, "Oh, you can do this," but I was literally doing it by myself, and then also having to manage the 5-person team that was helping me move, but still having to be like, can y'all double wrap that? Can y'all not just throw that in the back of the truck? Can you just like, they were like just kind of throwing stuff in there, which is why I'm so sick of everybody. I'm so sick of everybody. Like, at this point, it's like, I need to start a moving company. I need to own an apartment complex. I need to own a trucking company. I need to own a city so that I can make sure all these things run smoothly and correctly, because ain't no way that all these people are suffering from this much incompetence. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. It shouldn't be that difficult to just be like, oh, this is a glass table. Let's double wrap it, put some bubble wrap on it. Like, make sure it's not like just slanted in the back or something. You know what I'm saying? What is going on? I did all that. My stuff is on the truck. Then suddenly I get here a few days before the truck is supposed to get here. As I'm leaving to the airport to get on the plane to come here to Philly, the moving company, Bellhop, they call me and they say, oh, no, they text me. There was a miscommunication between us and the driver. It's completely our fault. We told him that he needed to be there Monday, but you said you wanted this stuff to be there on Sunday. That's our fault. Because I paid for this service. It was so expensive. It was $10,000 because they had a 5-day delivery guarantee. 5 days. Which, in my brain, I was like, okay, every other delivery company, your stuff would be on a truck with someone else's stuff, and it would be like a 28 to 2-month delivery window. So you never knew when your stuff was going to get there, which was difficult for me because I needed specifically for this complex, you need a parking permit for a specific day for your stuff to be delivered correctly. I couldn't go with any option that was like, oh, we can deliver between 28 and 40 days. Because I have to have enough time to get a parking permit. And it would be like torture to not have my stuff for a whole other month. Like, I have work to do. All my equipment, all my stuff is like on that truck. I can't be in an empty apartment. My apartment would be empty. I would be paying for an empty apartment for like 2-3 months. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I was like, I'll just go with this one. It was only like $2,000. It was like $2,000 more than literally the lowest estimate that I got from any other place of moving my stuff across the country. And the stuff that I own, it didn't make sense to like sell all my stuff and just rebuy all new stuff, because all my stuff costs more than $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I sold all my stuff for cheap, I wouldn't be able to get my stuff back. I wouldn't be able to like buy a new couch, buy this, buy that. It would put me over $10,000 immediately. You know what I'm saying? And having to also like deal with anyway. So I get the news that the truck driver doesn't know really when to be here. He's like, I can be there on Monday. I have to get a parking permit for Monday. And I have to do that last minute. Nothing's open on the weekends. And so now I don't have a parking permit. I get here and I take a shower. When I just got off a plane, and I get out the shower and I literally feel like I hear somebody in my apartment. I'm like, huh? That sounds weird. So I immediately like put a towel on and I walk out because I'm like hearing something going. And I go out of the bathroom and I hear this noise that's coming from a closet. It's like a utility closet. I go in there. I open the utility closet. It's this like water pump thing, and it's making this really weird noise. It sounds like a washing machine that's like struggling to turn.
Did you guys hear that?
And like wash a heavy blanket or something. It's like whoop, 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 whoop. I'm like, oh, that's weird. So anyway, I go back into the shower. I'm like, maybe that's just a little quirk, whatever. It is a loud noise. It's a disturbance. If I was filming or something, it would absolutely be picked up on the mic. So that would be annoying. I get dressed. Let's go pick up a package because I got like a smoothie. I brought my blender in my carry-on, but I left my blender cup in my old apartment because I had just made a smoothie before I left and I forgot to wash it and pack it. Got an Amazon package, because that's a whole other story. Got an Amazon package. I leave my apartment. There's water coming out of my apartment through the wall, going down to the hallway, creating this big puddle in front of somebody else's apartment.
Oh, now we gotta go?
So every time I use the shower, it's creating this big issue. Water damage. It's going through the wall and down the hallway. It didn't start happening until I took a shower. So it's definitely my apartment. I'm like, okay, I don't even know who to call, what to do. My friend Osha at this point was here. She came to kind of help me unpack. She thought it was going to be on Sunday, which it was supposed to be on Sunday. See, Osha actually helped me decompress so much. Like, we went to go look at this cool, if you recognize the background if you've ever been in Philly, but she really was there to take my mind off of all the stuff that was happening. Like, I was literally in flames cooking, and she like took me out for a second so I could see clearly and like stop choking from the smoke.
Because I'm tired.
Which is technically like today. It's Monday now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. She was there too. She saw the water and all that. She was like, this is crazy. And that's when I told her, oh yeah, also my washer and dryer doesn't work. And there's DJs that said, awesome. The day that I got here, a festival happening right outside the apartment. Another DJ. Boom, 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 boom. Loud music.
Can you turn that down for the moment?
Yes, guys, control room, let's turn it down. Come on.
Could you turn that down?
People walking back and forth. There's so many things. Okay, so the water. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. It's a puddle of water. We have to jump over the water. Get the Amazon package. I go to the Amazon room. Why is crazy in there? They just throwing packages anywhere. There's no organization. There's just packages everywhere. So you have to look through 50 packages to find yours. And you don't know what your package looks like. You have to look through every single package. I don't think that's safe. I get sometimes special PR from people. I can't have that PR just be thrown in there and people can just like take it. That's crazy. That's not safe. They don't have lockers or anything. That cup actually didn't work, the one that I ordered for my blender. So I ordered another one. Why did the Amazon person just throw it outside? Like, it's just outside. Not even like, I couldn't believe it. I only knew it was outside because I saw the picture that they took when they dropped it off. So that's another thing. The packages are crazy. The flooding, the washer and dryer don't work. It's noisy as hell, the DJ. Also, there's this like metal grate outside the apartment that covers a light well to my bedroom, because the bedroom is like on the second floor underneath the ground. It's like in the basement pretty much. And there's like a light well.
Okay.
The grate. So the window actually just looks at cement.
What?
There's no like outside really, it's just cement. It kind of gives prison, it gives dark.
Dark's at it!
You can walk on that grate, right? So a lot of people will walk on it and it's like metal on metal. You step on it and it makes a loud clink noise. Do-do, do-do, because it's like unleveled. When I'm in my bedroom sleeping, it makes such a loud noise all throughout the night because people are walking all throughout the night. It's a busy road, especially during the festival, all day long. Boom, boom, boom. Then there's the issue of the drawer handles in the kitchen. They're so misaligned that when you open them, they scrape the countertop.
You've got to be me.
Beautiful metal handles, but they're already getting scraped up from opening it like 2 times. The door to the bathroom is too big for the frame of the door, so you can't shut it all the way. And when you do shut it, it's like, boom. It like locks via friction pretty much. And then when you open it back up, or the last time I opened it back up, which is why I haven't closed it again, the top chipped off. Because it's too big for the frame. So I opened it up and it like chipped off the top of the door. Like underneath the sinks, the drawers, there's like 2 drawers that open out. And I've seen these before and they're really cool. They have like internal storage, but it would be great if to open the drawer, you didn't have to break your knuckles off. You have to like fit your fingers into this little groove. There's no handle. It's a soft closed door. And for whatever reason, that means hard open. Soft closed, but hard open. You have to pull past this like activation energy of kind of like against some friction. So you have to like really pull and then it becomes loose. And to do that, you have to gain leverage against the sink top, which is this like porcelain material with the sink bowl. And it hurts on your knuckles every single time. The bedrooms are so much smaller than I thought they would be. They're like tiny. It must be a kid's nursery. All it can fit is a bed. There's no storage. The closets are so small. It's east facing, so the windows are like, there's big windows, but the sun either points directly into the apartment, which is, you can't even like look this way because your eyes are being blinded by the sun, or it'll be completely dark. We on another route for police, so every 5 minutes it's and they flash their lights. So my whole apartment with the windows set up gets filled with like the red and blue lights. It's just goofy. The only thing that's nice about this apartment is the common area. Like this common area is really sick. It's really dope. It's really comfortable. It's not as loud outside. They have it properly sealed in here. There's no noise. It's like great in here. Also the water that was coming out of the apartment, which is why I stopped drinking the water in the apartment. Like even via the filtered water from the refrigerator, which is not even filtered because it immediately said that it needed to be replaced. But the water was kind of bubbling.
What? Pardon me?
Huh? Like we were looking at it, I was like, it kind of looked like though maybe the leak, it was a leak from the top or something. There was like, because there were pipes above where the puddle of water was. And it looked like maybe there was like raindrops or something. So we looked up. We didn't really see nothing. We looked down. The water was kind of bubbling like sparkling water. Unless the water is bubbling or something. That was odd. That was really odd. There's like these huge, big old water bugs. And I get it. I mean, the East Coast has water bugs. Like I grew up around them hoes. But they are in the hallways. There's a big moth in here. Like she living underneath it. It's probably a moth's nest or something underneath one of these chairs. I was literally gaslighting myself. I was like, I'm being unreasonable. This is what I chose. I chose this. I'm living here. Like chose to move to a city. But when I saw that leak, I said, okay, God is telling me to get the hell out of here. Because if there's a leak now, I can only imagine in this winter when there is a higher risk of pipes bursting and all that stuff, that this apartment is going to like fail me. And I don't want to be like, 6 months deep into this apartment with all my stuff set up, finally kind of getting settled in, and then everything kind of bursts. I'm really tempted at this point to sell all my stuff.
All of it.
Just get rid of everything that I own, all the excess stuff. All I need is a chair and a bed and a desk. I don't need a couch, the dining table, my lamps. Exit the lease and then figure it out from there. I'm so exhausted and I have no money. And that's like the worst combo because it's like I have to work. I'm sorry. I have to work to make more money. And if I work right now, I feel like I'm going to end up resenting my job. It would be nice to at least have like a simple comfort level. And I do. I'm blessed. I have an apartment. It's lots of issues, lots of potentially really bad issues like the flooding and all that stuff. But I am blessed to have like at least a place. So I do want to reel it back in a little bit, express some gratitude. But I really am exhausted from a lot of things. From my sister, my nephew, my mom. I'm trying to support my friends. My friend has like a big graduation in 4 days, and I'm going to go down to DC to celebrate her. But I also still have no idea what's going to happen with my stuff or how I'm going to make money over the next month. I had to turn down two big opportunities with two big, very recognizable Black-owned brands that y'all would gag if y'all saw me working with them. Can't even speak about it because I had to sign NDAs for both of them because they were that crazy. Really hurts to have turned that down, but they were wanting way too much right now. I don't have no capacity, no bandwidth. I don't even have my filming equipment. So I had to turn that one down. And I told them I turned it down, and they still haven't responded. They kind of ghosted me after that. So in my head, I'm like, oh, they think I'm unreliable and like all these things done. But they don't know the half of it. Anyway. Oh, y'all. Anyway, that's it for for this video is we're going to continue this tomorrow. I'm just going to edit the next episode of this for tomorrow. And we're just going to keep on going. We're going to get through the road trip because I drove my car across the country. I ended up doing that instead of what you'll hear me say, which is I was going to ship my car. I ended up just driving it across the country, girl. And that was a whole experience. I can't believe I made it. I can't believe I'm here and I'm alive and safe. But we'll get through that. At any rate, girl, happy holidays. You know, we are here.
It's Christmas.
We're queer.
Gay boy.
Okay, let's get into it. Some of y'all gay. Hopefully I'll get through all these videos and then I can finally catch up to like modern day. Cause I have like so much, I've been vlogging this whole time for like the last 4 months. So let's just get all into it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you finally feel satisfied that you got the tea. But that's it. Happy holidays. I'll see you tomorrow in Vlogmas Day 2. I know it's not Day 2. It's literally December 2nd. I'm uploading this tonight. But, you know, we're going to get into it tomorrow. We're starting a tad bit late, but that's because of some other new developments that we'll get to. Okay, bye.